game?
I mean, I thought our guys really competed, Jim. We just didn't make the plays that we needed to. I'm a little disappointed with some of the lack of intelligence that we had on some plays, but we didn't get to the foul line as much tonight. And give them credit. Some of that's the way they defend. They don't want to foul you. We still shot more free throws than the opponent, but we got to get to the foul line. We got to finish. They got no rim protectors. This is our worst 2-point shooting finishing, maybe all year. I don't know. I'd have to check, but really bad. And a lot of them were, just open finishes that we've got to have in a game like this, especially from your better guys. And then lastly, just, again, some really silly plays with not grabbing the basketball so many times. Like literally it's in our hands and we just don't secure it. Slap down on a couple plays where they're probably going to miss, or if they make it, it's 2 points. Don't give them a chance to get three. Just really disappointed with those. We've got to learn from those. We just didn't make enough plays on either end to win the game. But, got a great side out drive, got Sam to the foul line. Missed 2 free throws. I thought we got a great look for Quez, the possession before that from your best player from 3. It just didn't go in. So, those kind of things you can live with. The other things, not as much. We got to get better.
19 lead changes, 10 ties in this game. Intensity on both sides. Did this feel like a March game or at least a conference level game to you?
Yeah, it definitely felt like a conference level game. And, they looked like a team from our conference. I personally don't think there's a big difference between the Missouri Valley and the Horizon, especially at the top. And, again, give them credit. I thought their guys played really tough and made the plays they needed to down the stretch. But we expected it to be that kind of game coming in on the road. These guys are really solid and tough, and they made a few more plays than we did.
Trey Robinson and Cade Meyer had 17 points in the game, all coming in the second half. It seems like Trey did the same thing he did at IUPUI in this game, and Cade got into a real flow in the second half.
Yeah, I thought both of those guys, did some really positive things in the second half in terms of aggressiveness. Again, we've got to finish better on the whole. As we've talked about so many times, Jim, everybody doesn't have to have their best game, but, you got to have solid production from every guy. And you look down the stat sheet, we've got a 1 for 8 from a key player and a couple other bigs that, weren't as impactful in terms of how they impacted the game. And so, that would go a long way. We had the drought there. I think it was like 9-minute to maybe 5-minute mark where, those are the stretches where, we hope that our bigs can get us a putback, can get us a post up, can get out in transition, can get to the foul line. And that didn't happen tonight. So we've got to look and see if we can do a better job to help them with that.
On that note of stealing some easy points throughout the course of the game, you guys go 16-6 advantage in fast break points in this one. Is that something that you're pleased with, the way you guys have been flowing up the court and getting easy shots?
Yeah, I think so. I just think it's got to be more consistent, Rick, right? Because, it was really good when we did it and a couple of times. I don't think we're aggressive enough offensively, especially Sam and Quez. There are times where, they were switching with the ball screen with the big and just rise up and shoot a 3 over him, great. That's probably the best shot we're going to get in that possession, ripping and driving in transition and doing some things. But obviously when we're out in transition, we're a better basketball team and those easy baskets help. If we hadn't done those tonight with how poorly we finished, it'd have been an ugly game.
You had 12 steals in the game. Were you overall pretty happy with the way you defended?
Overall, yeah. You look at the numbers, and we defended well enough to win. Again, the one thing that's disappointing to me is we have 8 steals in the first half. We only get 4 in the second half. I thought we were a little less aggressive in the second half to try to dictate. And, they were a team that was going to try to take 25 seconds off and spread you out and drive it, and then pivot. It probably wasn't a lot of fun to watch if you're watching it on TV, but they did a good job of it, and I didn't think we were quite aggressive enough in some of those plays.
We saw the long shot from Jeremiah Israel there on the last shot of the game, and Trey Robinson went over to him, maybe discussed what the strategy was in that moment. Did you like that shot, or was that a learning moment for a freshman?
Yeah, no, he's got to throw the ball to Sam or Quez. Yeah, and let them take a couple dribbles and shoot it. And, he did a good job pushing it, and it's a decent look, but that's a shot reserved for Sam and Quez right now.
Coach, thanks for coming out. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Tuesday at Deadlow Brewery for the first coaches show of the year. Then next Saturday, another big battle at home against the Akron Zips, picked to win the MAC.
Yeah, just coming up here in a few days, and again, they're going to be probably better than this team, and our guys are battling. Hopefully, we can have a good crowd for that. It goes a long way in helping us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.